Hey, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good night, whoever you are, wherever you are. This is yours truly, the Grand Queen coming at you. Happy pre New Year's. It's been, wow, I don't even know what to say. And I'm sure that the rest of you are probably saying some of the same thing. Yeah, so here we are in a safe space. This is the Pit Stop Mental Health Check-in tonight, coming at you. Yeah, so again, this is Grand Queen coming at you tonight. This is a safe space for New Year's Eve 2025, 2020, going into 2026. And it's a safe space, and we're closing out the year with honesty and companionship. So, yeah, we're going to just pop in with you in a safe space tonight. You know what we do. This is what we do at the Just Stop It show. This is tonight's subdivision, the pit stop, where you will just come and just chill out for a while and make a connection. We're about mental health advocacy, and we have been spotlighting involuntary commitment. That's some of our subjects from the last show. It was on involuntary commitment. Some of the things you could do to approach it, some of the steps that you would need to take to approach for those who are about to embark on involuntary commitment. For those of you who know what it is, and for those of you who don't, I'm going to be sharing some stuff with you on my page on the website at juststopitms.com. And also, I'm going to be sharing some stuff with you on the show as well. I'm just going to just recant some of the stuff that we had from our last show because this is a new year coming into 2026. And some people will need to know the steps that they need that happens, the things that happens, the process for involuntary commitment for people who are experiencing severe. It's not just a severe mental health issue. It is how to approach it, how to have a plan so that you can become well and whole again, and also have the kind of support that you need to stay well, right? To be committed to doing well, to be committed to getting well, to be committed to having a strong support system, and also be committed to advocating for yourself, and also being committed to being more responsible and not just responsive so that you can get well and stay well. I mean, there's no one size fits all plan, but we're here to help you. And again, this is yours truly, the Grand Queen coming at you. And tonight, we're gonna take it a little bit lighter. Uh, we're gonna take it a little bit lighter with with tonight's show. So yeah, with tonight again, um, it's not just about involuntary commitment. It's about tiny victories, tiny victories tonight, and the holding space. It's about the holding space. Um, what have your tiny victories been this year? Tonight, this is just, um, we're not just spotlighting. We're not spotlighting. I don't know what's happening. We're not spotlighting uh, tonight. Uh, okay, here we go. Just want to just talk about some other stuff. Um, not just we just don't want to just spotlight involuntary commitment. But when was the last time you checked in with yourself? This is live, so we could do as my niece would say. We could do what we want to do, but we just want to just we want to just make sure that you're really off to a good start on this upcoming year. It's 11:32 in New York. I don't know what time it is in your space, um, and your time. But guess what? You know, it's new. It's all new, right? So this is the mental health check-in tonight at the pit stop, and yeah, this is what we do. And we are not a medical advice. This is not a this videos are not intended to or implied for as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. All right. All content is to be considered advice, shared advice, and valid advice. And we need you to share with us to make it even more valid. So, again, when was the last time you checked in with yourself? Right? So, involuntary commitment is known as the civil commitment. This is what we talked about our last show. Legal process where somebody's experiencing severe mental health symptoms and may be hospitalized against their wishes. Now, that's a court order. It has to do with court order, and a plan has to come together. The participant, the patient, has to understand his or her responsibilities concerning involuntary commitment. Doctors, counselors, everybody sits down and they talk about this plan moving forward towards good mental health and wholesome healing. That's what it's about, involuntary commitment, right? So we're going to continue to talk about that in what? In the safe space. We're going to continue talking about it in a safe space. And this is one of the safe spaces. It's not just mm, in the hospital. It's not just, well, sometimes the hospital is not a safe space, but we hope that it starts as one as your, it starts as one of many safe spaces, right? So we're talking about how to come into the new year tonight, um, how to, just how to just, oh, how to make plans for coming into the new year. And yeah, a safe space for New Year's. And what's your tiny what victories, what tiny victories have you had this year in your safe space? Right? And for those who have experienced involuntary commitment, what tiny victories have you experienced from that? And if you can share that, please share it at J Tire Form 1. Share it in the chat. Share it in the comments. Make some comments. Make some positive comments for 2026. This is a safe space. Again, the pit stop. Share it at J Tire Form 1, YouTube, right? Share some of your tiny victories that you've had this year, right? And what are your holiday expectations? What are some of the holiday expectations that you are giving yourself? What are some of the holiday uh, expectations, right? Um, you are giving yourself permission to ignore. Sometimes we just have to unlearn stuff, and it's okay. Just unlearn it, get rid of it, and end the story, right? So, yeah, again, what is one holiday expectation you're giving yourself permission to ignore tonight and moving forward, right? And also, got some more questions. I always got some questions. But I'm going to put this out there in a poll. I'm going to create a poll online as well. Temperature check. In one word, how are you actually feeling tonight? How are you feeling tonight? And again, what is the holiday expectations that you're giving yourself to what? You're giving yourself permission to ignore. Some things you got to ignore, get rid of it, swipe it to the left, don't bother with it. And again, your tiny, what are some of the tiny victories you've had? And if you could give yourself a trophy for just getting through one specific month, what month would that be? Church finger. For me, I got to say, for me and my family, all of us, we lost my sister, one of my sisters, in the month of November. And it has been, the whole year has been just, I don't know, the whole year has really been, oh, it's been something that you just can't make up. You can't make it up. But we've had to like check in with ourselves and check in with each other. We've been checking in with ourselves. We've been checking in with each other. We've been, um, again, creating a holding space of honesty and companionship. We've been talking about tiny victories that we've had, although it didn't feel like a victory. Losing a loved one doesn't feel like a victory, but you celebrate that person. You celebrate them at any time, all the time, especially when you love them. When you love each other, it's a celebration and you're committed. So I think that for me, I learned my tiny victory was learning to be committed. It's just actually learning new commitments and being more present. That's my tiny victory, that nobody else knew about this year. Is that I learned how to be more present, and I'm still learning how to be more present. That's a victory for me, um, because it creates a safe space for not just me but for others to be able to share what they're passing through, especially those who are experiencing, and family members who are sharing the experience of involuntary commitment. Because when the loved one is going through involuntary commitment, the family also passes through some stuff too, because they're committed to helping, but it's like, I don't know, it's like everybody plays their part, but the major actor or the major role player is the person who's experiencing the mental health process, that part. So it takes time. It takes time to be honest. It takes time to be a companion in that. It takes time to be a support in that. And some people may feel like, listen, I can't support that person right now. And that's okay. It's that person who has to become more accountable. That person has to become more present, uh, in that process of involuntary commitment. So here we are, for those of you and family members who have been passing through involuntary commitment. You're holding space now, closing out the year. Close it out with honesty and companionship among one another. Close it out with tiny victories. Close it out with being transparent. Try your best not to go through things by yourself. Try your best not to go through too many things. I mean, independently, yes, you got to go through stuff independently. But there comes a time when you've got to tell somebody something. You got to tell them something, and at least that person that you're sharing it with, they can help get the ball rolling. They can help you get from part A to part B, or at least take it to an agency that can help you get it from part A to part B. Take it to somebody, just redirect it. It's too hard to do some things by yourself, and maybe that's why we get these repeat situations, because we believe that we are so independent that we become an island of defeat for ourselves. We become an island that we are living with labels. labels of society and labeling ourselves. So please, this is a new year coming up. We want you to be your best you. Be who you are. Give yourself permission to ignore certain things, but don't ignore what's best for you. Find out what's best for you. Find out the holding space to help the holding spaces that gives you closure. Find out what those things are. The holding spaces that where you can be honest and where you can find love, friendship, nurturing, and be nurturing and be nurtured. So, people tonight, partying tonight. Hey, I got a question. One more question for you. Are you a party person? Are you a couch person or just trying to make it to tomorrow person? Are you a party person, couch person, or just trying to make it to tomorrow person? I'm number three. I am. Okay, I put out A, B, and C. Are you a party person? Are you a couch person? Or you are just trying to make it to tomorrow person? I am C. I am the C person. I'm just trying to make it to tomorrow. And that's how it is. And I'm sure many of you. And that's one of my tiny victories, making it till tomorrow in peace and not in pieces. I'm just saying. So here we are. Listen, if tonight felt heavy, join me on January 1st. Join me tomorrow night, January 1st, or January 2nd. It depends on how we feel. No doubt, Lord's will, January 1st. Reset. Join me for a reset session tomorrow night, and we'll build and plan and actually feel good together. If it doesn't feel good tonight, it's okay. We are learning how to feel good together, right? We're closing out the year with honesty and companionship and tiny victories. Peace, love, and joy to everybody. And shout out to all my loved ones. Shout out to my children. Shout out to my friends and my new friends. And again, we miss we miss our queen sister, and I have to call her Renee. As her godson calls her Renee. We miss you. We miss you a lot. Yeah. And for those of you who are missing your loved ones and they're missing action, that's okay. Learn how to celebrate them. Learn how to find a way to celebrate them. And it will actually help you to be that phenomenal you. Again, peace, love, and joy. And join me tomorrow night for the continuation for part two, right?